Hi there, this is Tim Autrey, and welcome to Principle-Based Performance Improvement, where our goal is to provide maximum knowledge per minute to help you move yourself and your organization toward better, safer, and more productive outcomes. Once again, it's time for a paradigm shift, time to dig deeper, to ask hard questions and arrive at potentially uncomfortable truths about how to improve what you do and the performance of your team. And by the way, you can apply the insights provided in each episode to every aspect of your life, including your family, your work team, your entire organization, as well as things you're involved in outside of work, such as sports teams, church groups, homeowners associations, wherever you're dealing with people. In the last episode, we talked about how your current performance metrics are relics, historical artifacts of yesterday's, last week's, last month's, and last quarter's choices, actions, and behaviors. And while measurement is important, when you truly want to make a difference, you must do two things. Number one, you need to be proactive. Target today's and tomorrow's choices, actions, and behaviors rather than waiting around for history to reveal itself. And second, you need to dig deeper, below the surface. You must focus on your culture. With this in mind, at the end of the last episode, I asked you this question. What can you do to grow and nurture a better, safer, and healthier culture? I'm about to show you not only what you can do to begin rapidly improving your culture, but also precisely how to do it. Let's get started. We're going to do so by returning for just a moment to the metaphor of the tree and its roots. We identified that for a tree to provide a bountiful yield, it must have healthy roots. Relative to your organization, the roots, of course, represent your culture. So, for your organization to have and maintain successful results and outcomes, you must have a healthy culture. Remember, culture determines results. So, back to the tree. What's needed to grow and support healthy roots? A healthy environment. Environment impacts everything. A tree's roots need a healthy environment, proper amounts of water and good soil. Soil that retains enough moisture, yet not too much, and that's rich with organic nutrients, collectively known as humus. For your team or organization, you need an environment that is consistently proactive, where your team members feel safe, where trust levels are high, and where day-to-day focus and decisions center on what's truly important rather than on bureaucracy and political maneuvering. We're going to dive into those details in future episodes. For now, if you're a leader in any capacity, whether you simply do a good job of leading yourself, which positions you as a person others want to follow, or you're currently in a defined position of leadership, anywhere from team lead to frontline supervisor to COO or CEO, you are in a leveraged position to directly impact the environment. A leveraged position to make it better or make it worse. It's your call. At this point, some might be thinking, and I trust you're not one of them, that responsibility for work environment quality rests with corporate or upper management. Yes, it's true. The higher up you reside on the org chart, the more leveraged your impact. Those at the top maintain huge responsibility for the quality of the environment, good or bad. This is how organization, society, and ultimately the entire world works. Because of this, those who choose to be victims throw their hands up. They whine, moan, groan, blame, and complain. I'm going to proceed with the belief that you are not playing the victim, and that's why you're here. That you are ready and willing to take action to make things better within your sphere of influence, even when, and especially when, it flies in the faces of any nimrods making stupid decisions. The hard truth is, for your immediate environment to get better and healthier, it can and must begin with you. Let's talk about where to get started by dissecting the performance of people. Why people, you and me included, do what we do the way we do it, which, by the way, just happens to be the definition of human performance. To better understand how to use this insight to your distinct advantage in creating better environments, let's take a quick look at the human performance formula. In this formula, HP obviously stands for human performance, the W stands for why, the A for actions, and the B for behaviors. In other words, why we do, what we do, the way we do it. Here's a question. Based on this simple formula, which of the 3 factors of human performance is by far the most impactful? Of course, it's the why. What I've always found fascinating is that while this is by far the most powerful element, it's unseen and therefore under-acknowledged, underappreciated, and certainly underutilized. Sound familiar? If not, you might want to rewatch episode 1. When you want to influence someone to do or not do something, or to do whatever it is in a different way, there are 3 methods for doing so. First, you can force them based on your positional authority. This method must be used rarely, if ever, and always as a last resort. We're going to talk about why this is so in a future episode. Second, you can manipulate them. This is a win-lose proposition that's unfortunately used far too often in many organizations and in any settings where political maneuvering is involved. Manipulation should never be used and has zero sustainability. Finally, you can use the only method of influence with any lasting positive impact on another person's choices, actions, and behaviors. You can inspire them. Okay, but how do you do it? Let's use a different visual to anchor in the 3 factors of human performance. We're going to use this sphere, which is based on the work of Simon Sinek in his book, Start With Why. Let's say this sphere represents someone you want to influence. It can be anybody. It's pretty easy to see what they're doing, in other words, the actions they're taking, which is represented by the outer layer of the sphere. Pay a bit more attention and you can see the way they're doing it, in other words, their behaviors. Then we get to the center, to the core, to their reasons why. You can't see the core, which is why traditional performance improvement efforts tend to focus on the 2 outer layers. However, your ultimate source of power as a leader and influencer lies at this center. Let me repeat that. Your ultimate source of power as a leader and influencer lies at the center, with the individual's reasons why. So then, the obvious questions are, how can you possibly know what another person's why is? And beyond that, how the heck are you supposed to address it? Are you ready for the secret? At any moment, under any set of conditions. All right, that's silly. I'm not going to whisper. This should actually be shouted from the rooftops. At any moment, under any set of conditions, any choice a person makes to do or not do something, and do it or not do it in a specific way, is based on their internal answer to a very simple question. What's in it for me? WIIFM. Ever heard of that before? Of course you have. Now it's time to start leveraging the power that this insight offers you. Whenever you're seeking to influence and lead another human being, come from the perspective of how doing or not doing whatever it is will benefit them, such that when their brain processes WIIFM, they sense, I think I want to do this. Yes, it really is that simple. The question now, of course, is how can you do this consistently and scale it across groups of people with different mindsets, different perceptions, different personalities, and different likes and dislikes? You are going to be blown away at how simple the answer is. However, because these episodes are designed to be quick and to help you become a master of human performance leadership one step at a time, I'll be revealing that in the next episode. You absolutely do not want to miss it. By the way, what was the name for the organic material needed in soil for healthy roots to grow? Humus. Here's a little something extra for you. The root of the word humus is the same as the root for the word humility. Leaders have the greatest impact on the environment, and the best leaders I've ever known have also been very humble. Things that make you go, Once again, if you're finding this helpful, share it with your friends and colleagues. Help your search engine find more content like this by hitting the like button before you leave. And if these PPI messages resonate with you, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next one. Until then, be safe, be humble, and make a difference.